Want to know how to improve your squat and perfect your form? Keep watching this video. All right guys, welcome back, and today we are talking squats. So I know a lot of you find squats great in all of your workouts. They're super functional and they're great for toning up your hamstrings, your quads, your booty, but what muscle is dominating your squat? Is it your quads or is it your glutes? So I'm going to teach you how to make sure that your glutes are doing most of the work. A lot of times people say that when they do their squats, all they feel are their quads. Their quads are doing everything and their quads are fatiguing. And pretty much it's because our glutes get lazy and they switch off. So one thing that we can do to improve your squats is start by doing some glute activation exercises. So we're not actually going to be doing a squat, we're going to be doing a glute bridge to make sure the glutes switch on. So your glute activation exercise is down on the mat. So before we even do the squat, we want to make sure those glutes are activated. So you come down to your mat, you can do a whole bunch of variations of glute bridges, but the basic one is just here with your feet underneath your sit bones, head and hands on the mat, and you pick your hips straight up and down. Lift and lower. Each time you lift, you're squeezing the glutes on the way up and pressing your heels through the floor. This is the thing that I'm also going to be saying throughout the video, is pressing your heels through the floor. The more we get the weight into the heels, the more your hamstrings and glutes will have to squeeze and activate. So we're going to have to do a lot of reps here because this is body weight training. If you had a barbell here on your hips, they will kick in a lot quicker. Or if you put a resistance loop around your outer thighs, it will kick in a lot quicker as well. And you can hold your hips up, and then you can do little pulses here, little squeezes. Or if you are a stronger individual, you can also do one-legged glute bridge here and working through one leg at a time. So lots of variations of glute bridges, and I always say to do this for 2 to 3 minutes. All different variations of glute bridges. You might be here holding, you can do knee taps, hip twists. You can even come onto the balls of your feet, lift those hips even higher and really squeeze into the glutes here to get them to activate. Now, once you've done your glute activation exercise, we hit the squat. So we want to really perfect your form and improve the squat. So if you've watched my video on how to do a perfect squat, we just set it up very basic, as if you're sitting into a chair. So first squat technique, your feet are just a little bit wider than your sit bones, all right? And then you're going to keep your chest lifted, abs in and up. Imagine there's a chair right behind you, and you sit down to the chair, and then you stand back up. Now, you want to drop your hips down to about knee level, and if you can go a little bit lower, that's going to start to activate the glutes even more. So the lower you can get, the more your glutes will activate. And then my top tip for improving your squat is to get your weight into your heels, drive those heels through the floor, and squeeze your glutes on the way up as you drive your heels through the floor. So you have this working in opposition. So you're pressing your heels down as you come up and squeeze the glutes. So watch, I'm dropping down, driving my heels through the floor, and then squeezing, and my hips press forward and squeeze my glutes up at the top. So I have this like feeling of opposition in my legs. So watch again, dropping down, pressing the knees out, pressing through those heels, and then really having to squeeze my glutes forward, pressing my glutes forward and my hips forward as I stand back up. And that's really all it is. Now, let's just show it from a few angles here. Squatting down, and up, and again. So the closer you can get your booty to the floor, the more your glutes will have to switch on to get you back up. Now, if I have my weight more into the balls of my feet here, my chest comes forward, and I'm having to press through my quads to stand back up. My glutes are just completely relaxed. I'm not squeezing them at the top because I'm pressing through my quads. So that's really the whole difference, is getting your weight in the right place. Is your weight in your heels or in the balls of your feet? Get your weight into your heels, and your whole squat, probably technique will change and you'll start to feel your glutes switch on. So again, it will be training your quads as well. Don't feel like your quads are gonna switch off. They're not. It's gonna train your quads, hamstrings, and glutes, but we wanna try to focus on how can we get the glutes to switch on and work for you more. So I hope you enjoyed my top tip on how to improve your squat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I've got new workouts every single Monday. You can leave a comment on the box below, let me know how you're getting on, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you train with a friend, share this video with a friend to help them improve their squat. And I'll see you next week for another amazing workout.